That was a long time ago, so I don't really remember much, but my parents did kind of make me do it.
Are you thankful for it?
Of course.
Oh, see?
Piano is a foundational instrument for music. Well, I think it was the Best of Both Worlds compilation CD, the Van Halen, kind of their both singers in one album. And I listened to that CD front to back, two CDs actually. I listened to both of them every day, like literally every day in the car ride to school. And I fell in love with Van Halen, so that's what inspired me to pick up guitar. I think it's kind of always been more of a who I am thing.
Mm-hmm.
As soon as I kind of started playing guitar, it was very clear that this is what I wanted to do. Yeah, it was great. Definitely lived up to my expectations. The classes were challenging and the people I met were like-minded and talented.
Okay, let's talk about the audition process. What was it like? How did you prepare? And did you have to perform something? And were you nervous?
I was very nervous and I low-key procrastinated a little bit on my audition piece. And 2 weeks before, I really started practicing every day for it. And by the time I got to the audition process, I was kind of ready. I knew I could, if I was lucky, I could play it perfectly. But, you know, in an audition, they know you're nervous and they know you'll make a couple mistakes here and there. And it's no big deal. But it was just nerve-wracking because I didn't really know what they were going to ask me in the audition because of the music theory and ear training questions.
And then what was your reaction when you found out you got in? And who did you tell first?
I was like, oh, that's cool. And I was in Chicago because I was playing at the Midwest Clinic, and I told my parents first after they got back from getting breakfast.
Oh, wow. What was their reaction?
They're very excited and happy for me.
Yay!
I think the process starts with, I guess, listening to a song or hearing some inspiration from some form of media.
Mm-hmm.
And then I try to write a riff around that and eventually develop that into a melody. And eventually a whole song comes out of that.
Mm.
I think today I'm more of a jazz fusion, jazz funk person, and I play a lot of classic rock. And then when I first started, I was very much just a Van Halen one trick. You know, I had the Stripe series guitar, I was doing all that. Only Van Halen songs and everything, but I kind of branched out into jazz. I did some youth symphony programs, and then I guess my style evolved into a more well-rounded player. That's a hard one. I guess Eddie Van Halen's always number one. I think a close second for me, at least right now, would be Chick Corea. I guess that's not a guitar player, but
Yeah.
in the realm
Artist,
of
yeah.
artists.
Yeah.
And I think for my third would be Guthrie Govan. And my 4 and 5 slot would be Marty Friedman and Eric Johnson. Yeah.
Bonus question. You keep talking about Van Halen, but what are your favorite Van Halen tracks?
I feel like that changes almost every week at least, because it depends on who I'm listening to in terms of singers and what I'm really into at the moment. I think right now I've been really into the DLR era and like the Full Bug, which is kind of like a B-side, but that's probably my favorite right now. And then I guess Panama, because this chord, very nice chord, because you got the root, 5th, octave, and then you have like the 7th and the 3rd, but it's an octave up.
Nice.
And then I think Deja Vu from Balance, which is really nice because of the acoustic thing. And then finally, I think it'll be Jump, 1984 into Jump. Because that Moog Synth thing in 1984, that's like the first track on the album, Into Jump. It goes so well together and it just sounds so in that time period. Well, I'm gonna major in performance and music business.
Oh,
So that'll be a lot of fun.
nice.
Yeah. Hopefully touring and maybe teaching.
What is one piece of advice that you'd give to younger students who might be struggling to stay motivated?
I think it's always good to take a break when you're struggling to stay motivated. You know, a day or two off can really make a difference in, like, I guess, how you approach your instrument and how you think about your instrument too, because sometimes I'll be practicing a little too much and then I'll kind of back off a little bit, take a day off, and then I'll come back to it more motivated because I kind of missed my instrument. Just keep on playing. Yeah, you just got to keep playing.
That's it?
What?
Would you say anything else?
Oh, practice piano.
Okay.
Don't stop practicing piano. I don't know.